Hey everybody, welcome back to Golden Dragon Honey. I wish I had taken more pictures last night. I went out a little bit late to the orchard. I wasn't really sure what to expect with a kind of feral swarm. What I ended up getting was 3 really healthy frames of what were, at least last night, with me, very gentle bees. I always hate to say that because I feel like I immediately jinxed myself. We've driven all the way up to Vermont. We're to the house now. I don't have a stand for a nuc colony. And so what we're gonna do is put these guys on top of the Queen Castle for now, let them get settled in, and then in a couple of weeks when I get all of the stands, then we're gonna let them settle into their new space. It's kind of important for me today to try to put my eyes on the queen. That's always easier said than done. I feel like whenever I focus on that, I can't find her. The last time I was here, it was so hot. I feel like all of the queens just hid. I don't think I saw a single one. I'm going to try to make a video about marking her, but I would like to show you. So we've got 2 really, really thick frames, some really heavy frames that I wish I could hold on to and harvest. And this is all just capped honey. I'm gonna run this across that so they know that I'm leaving them here with a full fridge. They can relax and work on settling in. I don't know if bees think about that stuff, but I know they know when there's food and they know when there's not. Like I said, I was able to get 3 frames last night of bees. There were actually quite a bit more bees than what fit on the frames. I don't know how they were getting out of this thing before I opened up that entrance, but they were getting out 2 and 3 at a time the entire time that I was driving up from Maine to Vermont. The train's going by. So I'm interested to see what's left here. I'm assuming it was, just a portion of the total population. Let's take a look in here. Now I said I found Boy, you think we can edit that out? We're gonna have to see. I said I had 3 healthy frames. This one is I don't know exactly what's happened here. They've done some creative work. And I think what happened was that it got hot and it kind of splintered up, and they've kind of worked around that. You definitely got some capped brood. We got a little comb coming off the bottom, and as mentioned before, I am looking for a big, healthy, feral queen bee. And what I'm a little bit afraid of is that there was such a strong population that they may have swarmed already, and they may have left a virgin queen, or they may have left some capped queen cells. I'm also wondering, because there's some room to hide in there, if Queenie here is gonna play hide and seek with us. Well, in the absence of actually putting my eyes on the queen, I do want to make sure that there are eggs and brood, because I see lots of capped brood. The population of this hive is ready to go up. That's for sure. You can see, I mean, it's just a brick over this side of capped brood that's going to be ready to hatch out. And this is where I might expect to see the queen. She would be larger than the rest. She would be moving faster than the bees around her. And I tend to find, if you kind of do a Where's Waldo, kind of relax your eyes a little bit, sometimes she pops right out at you. I'm not seeing her on here. Let's take a look in some of those cells. And see if there are any eggs. I would expect them kind of right around the middle of the frame. Which is also where I might expect her if she's in there laying. Well, and I do see eggs. So my challenges finding my queens lately continue. My plan is to give them a little time to settle into the 5 frame here. And I was gonna throw an empty 5 frame box right on top here. And I don't have any empty frames to put in it. So I'm gonna give them a day or 2 to settle in. And in the meantime, I am gonna put some new frames together. It's kind of funny how you can have 3 frames of bees and still not be able to find your queen. I was kind of just giving some kudos to a new beekeeper who had taken some pictures of their 2 queen bees from their 2 hives, their first 2 hives. And I happened to say to them, hey, really good job sort of spotting and photographing your queens. And somebody responded to my comment and said something to the effect of, LOL, they're marked. And I assume that person's kind of inexperienced with beekeeping, and I told them, you'll see, it doesn't always make a difference. Although, I will be very happy when we get our queen and we're able to mark her with our blue marker for 2025. That blue is pretty distinct in the hive. And again, it's not surefire. But it certainly doesn't hurt. See if we can get some of this messy wax up top here. And I don't know if it's because the wind is picking up, but they're letting me know they're here. When they start kind of coming around my face, I know it's time to sort of wrap up. I am going to take a quick look here and just see if I see her. Again, this hive, the population is just ready to explode. It is completely filled with capped brood. Which again makes me wonder if they had already again swarmed away from the location they were at. I'm also a little bit worried that possibly the queen might not have been on the frames because I had smoked the bees, and she may have stayed in the equipment that stayed in Standish. Well, I'm going to put them in here. I'm going to let them eat and drink and settle in right after I just get rid of some of this There's some drone brood that's sticking out here. So we're going to neaten that up a little bit just so we can put the frames in here without breaking things up. This should be just about good once I pull I'm going to pull that little bit that you can kind of see on the bottom there. Again, so that we're not sort of scraping frames up against each other. And now that we've got that done, we can ease these. These in here as gently as can. Give them a little smoke. And then put the top of the equipment on here. And like I said, we're going to let them start settling in. I'm going to come back tomorrow, take another quick look for our queen. And it'll be great when we find her. But in the meantime, we're going to give them a little extra room to start expanding out a little bit. And here we have Hive 4. Really exciting, and in a couple of weeks, we are going to bring out the stands, the wooden stands that we have, including the 4x stand for the Nucs. And Hive 4 will go there. It'll be 2 boxes high at that point. Thanks, everybody. Let us know what questions you've got for me. I'm excited to tell you all about Hive 4 and what we've got in store.